Hello and welcome to Bund Coder Android Programming Tutorials. In the last tutorial, we saw how to set up Android Studio and its related softwares. In this tutorial, we're going to start with our first project. So open up Android Studio, and we got several options here. We'll look at them later, but for now, we start with a new Android Studio project. Now we give an application name, so you can keep it whatever you want. For example, we keep it my first project. There's an interesting thing here. There are two forms of case coding. Now, case codings are generally conventions that you follow while giving names in any programming languages. So, these two forms of coding are Pascal case coding and Camel case coding. Generally, application names and class names are given in Pascal form of coding. In this form, we write the first letter of each word in capital and others are written in lowercase letters. So, for example, M in my, F in first, and P in project. Now, company name, company domain. Company domain is something that you use when you want to publish your app in the Play Store. We'll just keep it by default. We don't want to publish it as of now, so we'll just keep it as is. Now, project location is where you want to save your save your project. We'll just keep it by default. No package name change, and we don't want C++ support or Kotlin support. So we'll go to the next screen, and now you have to select some form factors. As you can see here, Android Studio can be used to create apps, to develop apps for not only phone and tablet but Wear, TV, Android Auto, Android smart watches, and many more. So for now we are targeting phone and tablet, so we just check that box. And now in the drop down we have to select API level. In simple words, API level is related to the version of Android operating systems. As we know, Android has several versions: Ice Cream Sandwich, Lollipop, Jelly Bean, KitKat, Nougat, Oreo, Android P. So we need to select for which operating system we are building our application. So for example, let's select Android 8.0 Oreo. Now, Google tells us your app will run on less than 1% of the devices. We don't want that, do we? Yeah, because Android Oreo, only a small amount of people have Android Oreo on their devices. So, if you select Android Oreo, your app will not run on most of the devices. But we want to target as many devices as possible. But that doesn't mean you select Android Ice Cream Sandwich. Okay, sorry. Your app will run on 100% of devices. But selecting this, you will miss out on tons of facilities and features that you would probably get in Oreo. So that's a trade-off, and you need to select something in between that works on most of the devices and gives you good amount of features. So for now, as of this time, Android 5.0 Lollipop, this will make my app run on 71% devices. So this is the best option. I select that, I click next, and now we need to select an activity. So this gives a question: what's an activity? An activity, you can think of it as a window which holds all your elements together on the screen. For example, when you open the settings app, you got a list of several features that you can use: USB tethering, Bluetooth, Wi-Fi hotspot. So all these are elements within the screen, and the thing that holds all of them together is called an activity. So we need to select what kind of activity we want. So let's say we have several forms of activities by default given in Android Studio, but you can see a few Google Maps activity if you want to display maps, GPS or navigation, or navigation drawer activity. This is the main activity used in apps like Gmail when you click on the hamburger menu and something slides out from the left side. So for now, we're gonna take an empty activity with no features on the screen whatsoever. A very good way to start. So we take empty activity, and then we got activity name. By default, Android Studio names your first activity as main activity, and all the subsequent activities as main activity 2, 3, 4, 5, etc. So we are not gonna change it for now, and then we're gonna keep the boxes checked, and we are not gonna change layout name also. So in a few minutes I'll tell you what does layout name and activity name means. We click on finish, and we let Android Studio do its thing. As you can see, building my first project, Gradle project info. Just for your information, Gradle is something that configures your project related to Android. So, for now, just let's keep it out, or it's gonna overwhelm you a lot. So, we have this on our screen, and as you can see, still some loading is going on below. If I just move this, yeah, Gradle build running. So you got to let it finish whatever it's doing, and then we're gonna start our Android Studio first project. Let's browse a bit while it's running its loading. We got two files here, main activity.java and activity underscore main.xml. Waiting for build to finish. It won't let me open this file. Just close the message, whatever pops up, and now it has completed. So let's see what this is all about. Now we've got two files, main activity.java and activity underscore main. For any given activity, you get two files. One is named as class file and another is the layout file. Now think of it as like this. The class file is the brains of your activity. All the logics, all the working logics, all the things that the computer has to think about. Like for example, if a is less than 5, then print this. So all this code, all this Java code goes inside the main activity.java file, and all the codes related to the front end, like for example what the user is going to see on your screen, that goes in activity underscore main dot xml file. So we'll start coding in both of these files simultaneously, and then you can't as you can see here, we can't just code in one file and expect the other to work the way we want. We will code front end separately using XML, that's extended markup language, similar to HTML, and we're gonna code our logics in main activity.java. That's gonna use the Java language. So hope you like this tutorial, and we'll be back in the next tutorial. Thank you.